Good morning. This is me in the morning. I decided I was going to do this. I've been wanting to do this for a little while and I'm finally doing it. And I thought, do I fix my hair? Do I get out of my pajamas? No, we don't look all fabulous when we wake up. This is reality. So almost every morning lately, my breakfast has been mug cake. So I decided to show you guys how I make my mug cake. There's different ones, there's all different recipes. I've kind of tweaked this one to what I like. I'm not going to necessarily have measurements, but I will tell you approximately what I put in, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I see someone is here. Please let me know who it is. Just say hi and who's watching. And also let me know if leave me a comment of what things that you like to eat for breakfast, or what lately is kind of your binge food. This is my binge food for breakfast lately. So, all right, I have these massively large, look right next to my head as if they're telephone. You can see how big these bananas are. And you want a banana to be pretty ripe, and even more ripe than this. Yesterday I used one my neighbor was about to throw away, and it was really, really, really dark. So a good, really dark banana. And then I use a big, ginormous mug. This one is, I don't know how many ounces. It's probably a 16-ounce mug. It's one of the Starbucks bigger mugs. So let me turn the camera down and show you what I'm doing. Oh, it's Mom. Hi, Mom. Okay, let me show you how I make my mug cake. Too bad Katerina's not watching because I've been telling her to do this. I need to grab a fork. Okay, so I'm gonna use about probably about half of this banana because it's really big. If you have a small banana, you can just use a small banana, a whole small banana. But this one is really, really huge. So I'm just gonna break it up. Take that off. Break it up and put it in my mug. And then mush it up with a fork. So, you know how when bananas, they go ripe so fast. It's really funny because we haven't had enough ripe bananas because I've been eating this every day. So, but anyway, if you do have ripe bananas, break them up into little pieces like I did and throw them in a Ziploc bag and put them in your freezer, because it also works really, really well for this. You can't even barely tell the difference, whether it's fresh or whether it is a frozen one. And the frozen ones actually mash up a lot easier than the fresh ones. So, okay. I don't like chunks of banana in mine. If you like chunks, you can leave it a little chunkier, but I try and kind of get it mostly mashed up. Okay, so that's about what I got. Then the next thing I like to do is I use maple syrup. Make sure if you use maple syrup, don't be using like the Aunt Jemima and that kind of junk. Look at the ingredients and make sure, like this one, just the ingredients are organic maple syrup. That's it. I don't know if that's gonna focus, but that's it. And you're gonna do about 2 tablespoons, which is probably about what you'd put on pancakes if you were making them, so don't panic. About 1-2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So like that, kind of mix that up a little bit. Then I'm gonna use tahini, and tahini is just sesame paste. That's it. This one just happens to be the one that we find at a local market by us. So I'm trying to see where the ingredients are on this one. Ingredients, here we go. Naturally hulled, toasted, stone ground sesame seeds. So there's no other yucky stuff in there. And again, for that, I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons. I'm just gonna eyeball it and pour it in. 1, 2, call it good. Oops. Okay. Then I like to put in a little pinch of salt, literally just a pinch of salt. I can't even, measure it. It's just like it's a little tiny bit. And then vanilla. I've been using vanilla powder lately. I get this one on Amazon, and I don't know, I really like the way it tastes. It doesn't have any alcohol in it like the liquid ones do. Not sure what the powder base is on this, but it's also, boy, these are microscopic ingredients, or I would show it to you. It just says natural vanilla extract powder, 2% natural monk fruit powder. So, not that you'll be able to see that, but anyway, monk fruit is also a sweetener, so it has a little bit of sweetness to it. I would guess about a teaspoon of this. I use not quite a full scoop, and I really like this for all of my baking and stuff. And then I just mix all that stuff together. And now we're gonna add in, need a spoon. I use my bigger spoon, whatever, my normal soup spoon, I guess, depending on how big yours are, but I couldn't tell you exactly what size it is, but it's not so critical that it's exact. Anyway, I use this almond flour. You can use any almond flour. I get this one from Costco, and I put in my 2 heaping spoons of almond flour, maybe a tiny pinch extra because I was afraid to heap it too much and have it spill on my counter. And then I use oat flour. Doesn't matter which brand. I was getting this one off Amazon also. I love to have this stuff shipped to me, but they stopped. I think they discontinued it. I'm not sure why or what's happening, but I do 4 heaping spoons of oat flour. 3, 4, and then baking powder, baking soda. Now, I didn't used to use baking soda, but I like to do that now, and it, anyway, it kind of fluffs it up more. I would say maybe half a teaspoon, I don't know, not exactly sure. Again, it's not gonna matter. Probably you don't wanna put too much, because that would, I don't know, maybe not be good. I'm not really sure. I'm not truly a baker, so. And then about the same amount of the baking soda. And I put those in last because as soon as those hit anything liquid, they start to, what's the word? They start to, somebody tell me what it is. Not process, but that's what kind of gives the expansion on your fluff on your cakes and stuff. Then I'm going to stir this all up. Make sure too, when you stir it up, you get those bottom corners. Otherwise it's going to be really mushy when you cook it, because it'll just be the banana, which isn't bad, but it's nicer to have it mixed in. Then, if you would like, so this basically right now is almost like banana nut bread. By the way, if you don't want to use tahini, you can use almond butter, peanut butter, cashew butter, any of those kind of things too. Then I like to add in, for me, since it's almost like banana nut bread, I like to add in some walnuts. And I don't know, it's probably, not sure, maybe about 5 whole walnuts that I put in. It's not a whole ton. You can see once I dump it in there, it's kind of just on the surface. And of course, my latest thing to add in was my chocolate chips. These chocolate chips, you may not like this. My mom knows because she and my niece both tried some of my 100% dark chocolate, and they both made faces. But this one right here, I got at Trader Joe's. It's completely cacao chips, unsweetened. But you can use regular chocolate chips. I'll show you the ones I like to use when I do bake with sugar chocolate chips. I use these Guittard extra dark chocolate ones because, and they're 63% cacao. The reason I like these in particular is because the ingredients are super clean on them as well. Even though, of course, they do have sugar, it's cacao bean, cane sugar, sunflower lecithin, and vanilla. So very, very good clean ingredients that we can read, and there's no weird chemical names in there. So I discovered, especially if you're using the unsweetened ones, It's just a hint of cocoa taste. So as much as I love chocolate, I don't put a ton of them in there because otherwise it's just too much. And then stir those, and also make sure too that you kind of get them down to the bottom so you don't get all of that stuff only on the top. Okay, then this, you know how you can tell it's good? Because then you lick the fork while it's cooking. I won't do that now, I'll spare you guys, but I'll just put my fork aside over here. And I won't even lick my finger. I'm sacrificing for the live video. Okay, then, I better probably take my phone off, my camera off of here. Hold on a second. We're going to put it in the microwave. Hopefully I won't, I don't know, hopefully this is working well. I'm going to put it, because I have all of those ingredients in it, it needs to be a big mug, otherwise it's going to overflow. Whoop. And for mine, I've kind of played with it. I give mine about 2 minutes and 13 seconds. It's going to be different on every microwave. So kind of do whatever you know your microwave to be like. And look, if it doesn't cook enough at first, you just put it in for a little bit longer. I mean, do it right away after. So if you pull it out, the first time I pulled it out, it was a little bit kind of doughy still. And I just put it in for another 10 seconds, like 10 or 15 seconds at a time. If you overdo it, it's gonna get very dry. So don't overcook it. And then I'm gonna show you when I pull this out, it's gonna, actually I should probably, as it starts cooking, I'll show you in the microwave, it like puffs up. And the first time I was watching, I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna overflow. So I was watching it and it gets really big and it sticks up quite a bit past the top of the mug. And sometimes it flops over depending if your mug is too small. But I was gonna tell you, I made this for my son the other day. I see someone else is on, so who else is on here with me? I know my mom is here. Zarin, hey, what's up, girl? Okay, so anyway, what I was gonna tell you, I made this for my son, Dimitri, while he was here, which was so awesome to have him here. But anyway, he was here and I made him this for breakfast. You know, I don't know, because sometimes I've been eating like this for so long and stuff that sometimes I have a little bit warped taste buds or sense of taste for what's actually good. But he said it was really good. The only thing that he complained about, it was too much. So he said that probably half would have been good enough. Now, I like cake and I like sweets and I like to find healthy ways to eat them. So I actually eat the whole thing. I'm usually really full by the end of it, and then that with some little glass of water or something. I'm good from like, I don't know, about, what is it? Now it's almost 10 o'clock, but about 9:30 when I usually have it. I'm good till like 2 or 3 o'clock a lot of the time. So you get pretty full. So let's see if it's, I'm gonna take you back to the microwave, see if we can see in there. Ooh. Yeah, you see how it's, you can't see very well because I know there's a lot of glare, but you can kind of see how it's puffing up past the mug. Can you see? What is it doing? It's done! Okay, so here we go. This is what it looks like. And you can see the center of it is a little shiny still, which might trick you into thinking that it's not cooked, but I always get that one little shiny spot in it. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, there it is. So yeah, so if you actually touch that little spot, you see that usually that it's cooked right underneath there. I'm actually going to give it 10 more seconds so that it's completely done. And then that is breakfast. So while that 10 seconds is going, I'm going to grab, I have my fork already. Okay. And, ow, hot. Okay. So that's it now. And I'm going to show you how yummy is that. It's really hot, so I'm not going to put the bite in my mouth and burn myself, but trust me, I'm like drooling already. So I wanted to be able to do this little live for you. And I want to kind of try and do some more because I think that's what this group is about. So please, again, let me know when you watch this. You're probably going to be watching it on the replay, what your kind of morning food thing is that you like, or your kind of latest food obsession thing that you would like to find a healthy alternative for. I'm hoping to do another challenge in January. Kind of some of you, well, all of you, if you're in here, you know what the challenges are about. So in January, I'm thinking I'm going to plan to maybe, I shouldn't be so, I should commit. In January, I am going to do another challenge, and I'll be showing a lot more fun little tips and things like this. So I hope you'll join me, and I hope that you guys will try this mug cake because it really is so good, and you feel like you're having dessert for breakfast. So that's the best part of the whole thing. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Eat some healthy, yummy stuff, lots of veggies. Start with cake though, you know, life's uncertain. Eat dessert first. All right, guys, see you later.